Jeeps, Shermans, Hellcats, and more. These are the American war machines that rolled across continents, fought relentlessly, and ultimately secured victory in World War II. From the frontline assaults to the vital arteries of supply, every vehicle contributed to shaping history. Let's begin with the tanks. M2 Light Tank. Before the conflict fully ignited, the M2 served as the proving ground for America's burgeoning armored branch. With its unusual early twin-turret arrangement, it was soon eclipsed technologically, yet it established the mechanical foundations for later wartime armor. M3 Stuart. Nicknamed Honey by British crews, the M3 Stuart became the first American tank to enter combat in North Africa. Its 37mm gun was modest, but its remarkable speed and mechanical dependability made it a legendary reconnaissance asset. M5 Stuart. An improved successor to the M3, the M5 introduced a sloped hull and dual Cadillac engines. It ran cooler, quieter, and carried Allied reconnaissance forces swiftly through battle all the way to war's end. M22 Locust. Designed to descend from the sky, the M22 was compact enough to fit inside a heavy glider. Though its combat use was limited, it represented an ambitious attempt to equip airborne troops with their own armored support. M3 Lee. An unconventional stopgap design, the M3 Lee mounted a 75mm gun in the hull and a 37mm gun in a turret. Tall and awkward, it nonetheless provided crucial firepower to the British 8th Army during critical early campaigns. M4 Sherman. The emblem of American industrial strength. The Sherman was not the largest tank of the war, but it was reliable, easily repaired, and built in staggering quantities, becoming the backbone of Allied armored operations. Tank destroyers. M3 GMC. One of the earliest efforts to mobilize anti-tank capability, this vehicle essentially carried a 75mm gun on a half-track chassis. Improvised yet effective, it helped pierce enemy armor in the Philippines and North Africa. M6 GMC. Called Fargo, this light truck mounted a 37mm anti-tank gun. Agile but lightly protected, it was soon relegated to training or infantry support duties as German armor rapidly improved. M10 Wolverine. Built on a Sherman chassis with an open-topped turret, the M10 relied on sloped armor and a powerful 3-inch gun to stalk enemy panzers. It became the most widely deployed American tank destroyer. M18 Hellcat. Engineered for pure speed, the Hellcat reached 50 miles per hour, the fastest tracked vehicle of the entire war. It excelled at hit-and-run engagements, outmaneuvering heavier German tanks. M36 Jackson. When confronted with formidable Tigers and Panthers, the Allies turned to the M36. Its potent 90mm gun was the only American weapon capable of reliably defeating heavy German armor at long range. Self-propelled artillery. M7 Priest. Named for its pulpit-like machine gun ring, the Priest mounted a 105mm howitzer on a tank chassis, enabling artillery units to advance alongside fast-moving armored formations. M8 HMC Scott. By fitting a 75mm pack howitzer onto a light Stuart chassis, the M8 delivered close-in fire support, reducing bunkers and machine gun nests to clear infantry pathways. M12 GMC. Nicknamed King Kong, the M12 mounted a 155mm gun on an older chassis. Designed for long-range strikes, it famously helped break open the defenses of the Siegfried Line. M40 GMC. Arriving late in the conflict, the M40 improved upon the M12, pairing the powerful 155mm long tom with a wider, more stable Sherman-based chassis to form a formidable mobile artillery platform. M43 HMC. A heavy variant of the M40, this model traded the 155mm gun for a massive 8-inch howitzer, delivering devastating blasts capable of flattening fortifications during the final drive into Germany. M4 105mm assault gun. Not a tank destroyer, but a demolition tank, this Sherman variant incorporated a 105mm howitzer into its turret, giving armored units their own built-in high-explosive hammer. Armored and scout cars. M3 Scout Car. The White Scout car became the early war command vehicle of choice, even for Patton. Armored, dependable, and bristling with machine guns, it served as a main reconnaissance platform before Halftracks replaced it. M8 Greyhound. Fast, quiet, and deadly to infantry, the Greyhound was a 6x6 armored car that served as the cavalry's forward eyes and ears, scouting enemy positions before slipping away. M20. Essentially a turretless Greyhound, the M20 acted as a multi-purpose armored car, transporting commanders, cargo, and troops through hazardous areas under light protection. Halftracks. M2 Halftrack. Shorter than its more famous successor, the M2 was primarily an artillery tractor, hauling guns and ammunition through terrain that would bog down ordinary trucks. M3 Halftrack. The iconic armored personnel carrier of the war. With wheels in front and tracks in the rear, it transported infantry squads into battle while shielding them from small arms fire and shrapnel. M5 Halftrack. Nearly identical in appearance to the M3, the M5 was built by International Harvester for Lend-Lease. Featuring rolled armor and a different engine, it served widely with British, Canadian, and Soviet units. M9 Halftrack. A utility version from International Harvester, the M9 was exported across the Allied world, showcasing America's immense industrial output. Amphibious vehicles. M29 Weasel. Originally designed for a secret operation in snowy Norway, the Weasel was a fully tracked amphibious carrier capable of crossing mud, snow, and marshland where no other vehicle could operate. LVT-1 Alligator. The first in the landing vehicle tracked series, using paddle-like tracks to swim through surf and climb beaches, a vital tool in the Pacific Island hopping campaign. LVT-2 Water Buffalo. With improved suspension for solid ground, the LVT-2 became the Marines' logistical workhorse, ferrying troops and supplies through hostile surf. LVT-4. A major design leap, the LVT-4 moved its engine forward to allow a rear ramp, enabling troops and jeeps to disembark under cover instead of climbing over the sides. LVTA-1. An Amtrak with bite, this version mounted a 37mm light tank turret, giving the first wave of Marines armored fire support as they stormed beaches. LVTA-4. As heavier firepower became necessary, the LVTA-4 replaced the small anti-tank gun with a 75mm howitzer turret, acting as floating assault artillery. DUKW. A masterpiece of wartime logistics, a six-wheel truck inside a buoyant hull. It could move supplies directly from ship to inland depots without unloading, dramatically improving supply efficiency. Trucks and prime movers. Willis MB/Ford GPW. Listed by Eisenhower as one of the three tools that won the war, the Jeep was small, rugged, and capable of traveling anywhere, becoming the universal emblem of American liberation. Dodge WC. The larger, big Jeep, the WC series were tough three-quarter-ton trucks serving as ambulances, command cars, and weapons carriers, the go-to option when a Jeep wasn't enough. Chevrolet G506. The 1.5-ton Chevy truck played a crucial logistical role, towing artillery and transporting troops across every theater, including the frigid Eastern Front through Lend-Lease. GMC CCKW. The backbone of the Red Ball Express. With over 500,000 built, these trucks created the endless supply lines that powered the Allied advance through Europe. M4 high-speed tractor. When artillery grew too heavy for standard trucks, this fully tracked tractor took over, dragging massive guns through terrain impassable to wheeled vehicles. Diamond T980/981. The heavyweight giant of recovery operations, this 12-ton truck hauled tank transport trailers, moving damaged or operational armor without wearing down tank tracks. Engineering and recovery. M32 TRV. A Sherman tank converted into a recovery vehicle with a fixed turret and large crane, the M32 ventured to the front lines to pull immobilized tanks from danger and tow them to safety. M1 Heavy Wrecker. A powerful truck fitted with a heavy-duty crane and winches, the M1 was indispensable to mechanics, lifting engines, righting overturned vehicles, and clearing roads for convoys. Liaison and staff vehicles. Harley-Davidson WLA. Modified with guns, scabbards, and blackout lights, the WLA carry couriers and military police swiftly through the chaos of wartime traffic. Indian 741. Though overshadowed by Harley, the Indian 741 was a critical communications motorcycle, lighter, smaller, and widely supplied to British and Commonwealth forces. Ford Staff Car. Based on civilian sedans, the Ford Staff Car provided senior officers with modest comfort as they traveled between headquarters, repainted in olive drab to suit the field. Chevrolet Staff Car. A militarized master deluxe, the Chevy Staff Car transported generals and VIPs across secure zones, a small reminder of civilian life amid a world dominated by machines of war.